Hello everyone, today I have a different type of feedback. This player needed feedback mainly on the macro, so I made a video around that. But instead of me just explaining why, I made it like a quiz so it gives time for you to think for yourself before hearing my opinion. Without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So this video is going to work like this. I'll show you the full play, and you need to think of positives and negatives in his play. The player in this feedback is Israel. I'll go over my opinion at the end of each clip. Feel free to rewatch the clip or pause the video if you need more time. But because you can't pause the game during League, I won't give you that extra time in my video. But I'll let you know when the clip is about to end. Let's go back to the start of this play and pause. There's 3 things you can do this early in the game. Push, freeze, or pull the wave. They all have their own reasons. Pushing the wave will result in level 2 priority, but risk getting poked down. Freezing the wave means you don't get any advantage, but no disadvantage either. Pulling the wave means you lose the level 2 advantage, but you should take less poke damage. Let's consider pushing the wave. First, we need to look at bot matchup. It's 1 range versus 2. If Braum walks up to push this wave, he'll get poked down. But enemy team have 2 champions pushing the wave against just yourself. Does Israel have a good wave clear? No, not at early level. So, pushing the wave is not a viable option. Then how about freezing the wave? Technically speaking, you can freeze the wave. But as enemy have the lane priority, due to 2 range versus 1 matchup, they can push the wave if they wish to do so. In other words, it's not up to you to decide whether to freeze the wave, but it's the opponent's. So that's not a viable option. Then how about pulling the wave? This is the most viable option as you won't get poked down and you have the ability to control this. What I mean by controlling this is not just standing back and let enemy push. You need to do some wave clear so that you can pull the wave but get level 2 as close to the enemy as possible. Now that you know the options, I'll resume the clip. You start attacking minions here when the enemy haven't used a single skill yet. In other words, you're attempting to push this wave. This is why you get poked down. And obviously, it's a bad play. Oh, and as a support main, I must say this. If you're ADC and your support is melee with Relic Shield, let them take the melee minion when it's pulled like this. That way, they don't risk getting poked down for the relics. Second wave just arrived, so you must keep an eye on those 3 melee minions. Bot duo will level up after they take down those minions. As you don't have the lane priority, you must distance yourself if they get close to leveling up. You may say it was Braum's fault for fighting this, but League is a team game. You're playing in Lorelo, and obviously your teammates will be bad, so you need to know these things and make the call for your team. Good to heal Braum early, but next time, ping your support back if you think you'll lose the lane priority. Let's have a look at the next play. This one should have been easy. You made the call to push the wave, and yet you recalled without shoving it in. If you made the call to push the wave, it means you think there's no threats, and rightly so. Zilean was low on health earlier and nowhere to be seen. Ashe was also low on health, so it's right to assume they recalled. However, because you decided to push the wave but not fully shove it in, it gets stopped by the next minion wave. This stops minions from burning, which means enemy have time to take those CS. Let's see the outcome of this mistake. You missed out on 7 minions, and they only missed out on 2. You only lost 7 thanks to Ashe making the mistake of pushing that wave. So it should have been bigger loss. Always shove your wave in before recalling. Braum had to recall because he was low on health, and you're not in good condition either. Without knowing Jarvan's location, it's dangerous to shove this wave. So, how do you burn enemy CS without shoving it in? You create a pulling wave. The pulling wave cannot be too big, or it will burn under your turret before you get back into the lane. If it's too small, you won't burn many. You already have a pulling wave, so recalling here is a correct call. But I wouldn't have attacked any minions here. You normally need around 3 more enemy custom minions to have a pulling wave from this sort of distance. If it's closer to the turret, it will be 2. But if we look at enemy minions' health, it's 2.5 custom minions and 1 melee worth of HP against your 2.5 custom minions. So our enemy only have 1 extra melee minion worth of HP. It's a slow pulling wave. Next wave was a cannon wave. So you need to give enemy minions more firepower to burn that cannon. So recalling without last hitting anything would have been better result. You just want a teamfight. When you win a teamfight, you need to look at the minimap and look for objectives to take. They can be big objectives like turrets, or small things like enemy jungle camps or minion waves. Have a look at the minimap. What's the best objective you can take right now? One is a super minion wave at your base, and the other is Baron. With 30 seconds or more left on this timer for the enemy team, I would have pinned for Baron and send one player like Syndra back to clear the wave. Sure, it's not certain whether you can do it or not, but if you're unsure, so are the enemy. Zilean may come in an attempt to stop it, and you may be able to get an extra kill. If not, you'll get free Baron. If your Baron is too slow and Zilean doesn't come, You can just back away at no cost. You only need one player back to block the minion, and then there's no other objectives to take. So you have nothing to lose by attempting this Baron. Your team have no turrets. They're not even close to being destroyed. So Baron buff will help you clear those outer turrets and reduce the global gold difference. In fact, even if you fail Baron, there's some jungle camps to take as you retreat, like Scuttle, Blue buff and Grump. So it will be an advantage in every way. A step towards overturning this game. This will be the end of this episode. If you had different answers to mine, leave them as comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time.